Hi everyone, my name is Elaine Bastos. I'm a violin teacher here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today I'm bringing to you a video with some help for one of the all-state etudes, the Kreuzer Etude. For me, the hardest one. I've been teaching it for a few weeks now and I've noticed the same difficulties across, and I thought, why not make a video helping everybody with it. This video is intended to help my students and maybe their friends who are going through the same issues. Alright, let's start. The first thing I want to talk about is counting. Counting. A lot of people see this etude and they're like, oh, it's super fast. And this first note is just a dotted quarter note. The second note. It's not. It should be counted in eighth notes, and I cannot stress that enough. If you don't count this in eighth notes, you're gonna have a super hard time doing the up-bow staccatos and a super duper hard time doing the arpeggios. So if you wanna count this properly, at least for a practice tempo, you should start 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. All right. This is a good practice tempo for you right now. We still have a few weeks, so you can do it. The second thing I want to talk about is this very first pickup. One thing that I've learned with my amazing teacher, Dr. Elizabeth Atkins, is to practice this on a down bow. It's weird, but do it. And then practice on a normal bow. You get the feeling of them being both a down bow. Your elbow is on the right position, but you're doing an up bow. Retake. The most important thing is this retake. If you don't do it, 2, 3, 4. What the heck? You lose a lot of your power and sound, okay? Here's the second thing I want to talk to you about. The feared up-bow staccato. For me, the best way to split this thing up and make it easy is to think about E string and then A string. And my elbow height just does change throughout. Sorry, second language. So here we go. I practice a lot of this. If you don't divide it, it's gonna get really confusing. For this up-bow staccato, my main tip for you guys is think two different things. E string, A string. And thank God for this one you have a lot of bow you can actually use. Another tip for the up-bow staccato is think sticky sound. You're still in the fortissimo section, so you want it to still sound loud. You don't want to be, like Mozart, up-bow staccato. You need to be sticky and strong. And then the feared F sharp. How do I get there? I have two exercises that I use with my students that have been helpful, and I urge my students to keep trying them. Okay, so you finish with the D sharp, you practice F sharp, D again, find the F sharp first finger, fourth finger. Practice this a couple times. To really learn how to go from the D sharp. Another way you can get there is once you have this map established, I do reach a little bit to get the F sharp. So I go. And I have a pretty small hand, a pretty tiny hand. So if you have long fingers, you can definitely do this by reaching. If you notice, I shift a little bit and I also reach. All right, also it's a double. All right, so map and then reach. Those are my two tips to reach that F sharp. And if that's hard for you, that means you need to practice that F sharp every single day. no excuse. If those shifts are hard, you need to practice them slowly every single day until they feel comfortable. All right, next day, the trill. It is in second position, all right? Do not be afraid of it. It's all right. It's not that hard even, people. We can do it. The way I practice this is without the trill first. To get the eighth notes counting really well. 2, 3, 4. And then I trill. So practice a lot of it without the trill so you can really get the little projector in the beginning and the turn in the end. And then you put the trill and then everything matched together. All right. The second thing is the arpeggio. You are already in second position after the trill. Yeah, it wasn't so clean. But okay, I'll do it again. All right, this arpeggio is way harder. This bow staccato, I mean, is way harder than the first one because it's in second position. There is much more string crossing towards it. You can do it. The way to practice this is go slowly, note by note. You want this arpeggio to be so pristine, so in tune, and there's no better way to do that if you're practicing by yourself. There's no better way to do that than with your tuner. Tune and practice note by note. Once you have everything, every single note fixed, then you go and practice 2 bows. 3 notes. 4 notes. And then you have the whole arpeggio. Okay? Another very important thing for this arpeggio is use only half of your bow for it. Don't forget that after that, you have a lot of stuff. You still have the B and the A trill with the turn after the arpeggio, all in one bow. So I can't stress this enough. Just use half of the bow. You need like this tiny bow, this tiny bow for each note. You don't need a lot of bow. If you do this, you're dead. You don't have any bow to do the end, okay? So really just tiny bows for the staccato and just half of the bow. Another very important thing about this section, and there are so many details, you guys are gonna see that this whole video is just the first line. Another very important thing about this is the elbow height. When you play the F sharp, it's down bow, right? Yeah, down bow. I go to the G string to play the B, the C trill. My elbow does not go super high. I keep my elbow low, as low as I can. Because when I do the staccato, I want my elbow to be like A and D string high. Right? Because if my elbow is super high, the staccato becomes way harder. Keep your elbow at bait, a lower height. Let me do that again, that was out of tune. Then the circle I have to do with my elbow is not so big. That helps a lot. Okay, breathe, you survived the next arpeggio with staccato. Next, we have this B, A trill. The same way we practice the trill with the C, we're gonna practice this without the trill, just the turn. You wanna have enough bow to play everything, and then you can add the trill. Once you have this established and once you have the staccato established, then you can try and put both of them together. All in one bow. Yes, Kreuzer was mean like that. All right, after that, it gets pretty simple actually. and then you shift to first position. And that's all for this video today. It was a lot. So take a break, go back, practice this slowly. Make sure you pause this video throughout to really try each exercise. And then try once, play through this first line and see how it feels. After that, you guys start to get ready for the next video, really practicing note by note of the second line. All the shifts, note by note, okay? We're gonna be ready in time, don't worry. Thank you guys, I see you next time, bye bye.